Certainly. Let's delve even deeper into the narrative, exploring specific character arcs, their backgrounds, and the personal struggles they face as humanity navigates the complexities of galactic relations. We'll also introduce subplots that highlight the interconnectedness of different species and the ripple effects of their actions. Among the young diplomats were individuals from diverse backgrounds, each carrying their own hopes and fears into the galaxy. Their journeys shaped them into the leaders they were destined to become. Alex thoughtfully. I never thought I'd be out here, representing humanity among the stars. It feels surreal. Zara smiling. Remember our first day in training? You were so nervous you could barely speak. Alex laughing. Yeah, and you kept encouraging me to speak up. I guess I've come a long way since then. Zara had grown up in a family of diplomats. Her mother had been a key figure in the negotiations that ended the Vaki War. She felt the weight of legacy on her shoulders. Zara serious. I want to honor my family's legacy, but it's not just about them. It's about our future, about building something lasting. Meanwhile, Alex had come from a background far removed from politics. He was the child of explorers, raised in the wilds of a distant planet. The stars had always called to him, and now he stood on the threshold of a greater adventure. Alex determined. We can do this, Zara. We can show them that humanity is more than just Deathworlders. We're capable of kindness, friendship, and understanding. However, personal doubts lingered beneath their resolve. As the mission grew more challenging, the young diplomats found themselves wrestling with their fears and insecurities. Zara softly. What if I fail? What if I can't live up to your expectations? Zara had always felt the pressure of her family's legacy. The fear of disappointing her mother weighed heavily on her, pushing her to strive for perfection in every encounter. Alex muttering to himself, I'm not cut out for this. What do I know about diplomacy? I'm just an explorer. Despite their doubts, they drew strength from one another. Their friendship blossomed amid the uncertainty, offering them solace in a world of shifting alliances. As the diplomatic mission progressed, a pivotal event shook their resolve. News reached them of an attack on a civilian outpost by remnants of the coalition, aiming to sow fear and discord. Human diplomat won frantically. We can't let this go unanswered. We need to show strength. Zara calmly. Strength isn't always about fighting back. We have to find a way to reach out to the Zelthari and reassure them. Alex nervously. But what if they see it as a sign of weakness? What if they pull away from us? The team knew they faced a crucial decision. The path they chose could either solidify their alliances or fracture them irreparably. After much discussion, the young diplomats decided to host a summit, inviting representatives from various species, including the Zelthari, to address the coalition's actions openly. Zara addressing the team. This is our chance to stand together. We need to show everyone that we will not be divided by fear. Alex nodding, gaining confidence. We'll highlight the coalition's actions and demonstrate our commitment to peace. We'll show the galaxy what unity looks like. As preparations began, the team felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were no longer just representatives of humanity. They were champions of peace. The day of the summit arrived, drawing leaders and delegates from across the galaxy. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the weight of expectations. Zara clearing her throat. Honored guests, we stand today at a crossroads. The recent attack by remnants of the coalition has threatened the fragile peace we've worked so hard to build. But together, we can turn this moment into an opportunity for unity. The crowd listens intently, murmurs of agreement and concern echoing in the hall. As Zara spoke, the coalition representatives in the audience shifted uncomfortably. They knew their actions were under scrutiny. Alex joining Zara at the podium. We are not here to wage war, but to foster understanding. The only way forward is through dialogue and cooperation. The words resonated deeply, igniting a spark of hope among the delegates. The tension in the room began to dissipate as the message of unity took root. Narrator ominously. But the coalition would not sit idly by. They had planted seeds of distrust, and their leaders sought to undermine the summit at all costs. Garrick leader angrily. We cannot allow this summit to succeed. If they unite, we'll be powerless. Krylon delegate nervously. What do you propose? Another attack? That will only solidify their resolve. Garrick leader coldly. We'll spread rumors. We'll sow dissent among the allies. We must divide and conquer. As the summit continued, Whispers began to spread among the delegates, fueled by the coalition's insidious propaganda. Can we really trust humanity? Their kind has a history of violence, but they've helped us rebuild. Shouldn't we give them a chance? The divide grew wider, and the atmosphere shifted from one of hope to uncertainty. The coalition's ploy was taking effect. Zara and Alex sensed the change in the room. They knew they had to act quickly to salvage the summit. Zara, firmly, I understand your concerns, but I ask you to look at our actions. We have been here to help, to rebuild what was lost. We come from a place of understanding because we, too, have faced the specter of war. The room quiets, all eyes on her as she continues passionately. Zara, with conviction, let us not allow the ghosts of our past to dictate our future. Together, we can forge a new path, one built on trust, dialogue, and cooperation. Slowly, delegates began to stand in support, voicing their commitment to peace and unity. Zelthari delegate, we have seen what humanity is capable of, both in war and in peace. We will not let fear dictate our alliances. Other delegates begin to echo their support, rallying around the message of unity. The tide began to shift as the coalition of peace strengthened. The young diplomats had turned the narrative back in their favor. In the aftermath of the summit, the coalition felt the pressure mounting. Their plans were unraveling, and they knew they had to act decisively. Garrick leader, furiously, they've turned the summit into a victory. We must strike now while they're vulnerable. Krylin delegate, cautiously, but an attack would only escalate tensions. We risk war. Garrick leader, insistent. And what choice do we have? We cannot allow them to unite. Fueled by desperation, the coalition orchestrated a false flag operation, attacking one of their own planets while blaming humanity. News anchor frantic. This is a shocking betrayal. Humanity has turned its back on us, attacking innocent civilians. The propaganda spread like wildfire, reigniting fears and turning allies against humanity once more. As news of the attack reached the diplomats, they were thrown into turmoil. They had worked tirelessly to build trust, only to have it ripped apart by treachery. Zara angrily, this is madness. We need to prove our innocence before it's too late. Alex, determined, we can't let them pin this on us. We need to gather evidence and show the galaxy the truth. With time running out, the young diplomats prepared to embark on a dangerous mission to uncover the truth behind the attack and expose the coalition's deceit. The team set out to gather evidence, traveling to the site of the attack. The stakes were higher than ever, and they knew the fate of their diplomatic efforts hung in the balance. Zara horrified. This is terrible. We have to find out who did this. They begin to interview witnesses, gathering information about the attack. Witness one shaken. We saw ships. They didn't look like humans. They were different. Alex noting details. That's it. If we can track down these ships, we can prove humanity wasn't involved. As they gathered evidence, the coalition began to rally their forces, inciting fear among the Zelthari and other allies. Garrick leader fearly. We must capitalize on this moment, rally our forces, and prepare for war against humanity. We will crush them before they can defend themselves. The countdown to war had begun, and the young diplomats raced against time to expose the truth. As the coalition's forces mobilized, the young diplomats returned to the diplomatic vessel with evidence of the attack's true origins. Alex, urgently, we have proof. The coalition staged the attack to turn you against us. We need to act now before they unleash their forces. Zelthari Chancellor, thoughtfully, this is serious. If we do not respond with caution, we risk plunging the galaxy into war. The room was charged with uncertainty as the diplomats debated their next move. Time was running out, and the coalition was prepared to strike. In a moment of clarity, Zara stepped forward, her voice steady. Zara, firmly, we must stand together, not as enemies, but as allies. We can show the coalition that unity is stronger than their fear tactics. Let us confront them publicly, expose their lies. The room falls silent, delegates nodding in agreement. Zelthari council member determined. If we stand united, we can face the coalition and thwart their plans. Let's call a gathering and present the evidence. With the decision made, the delegates rallied their forces, calling for a gathering to confront the coalition openly. Zara addressing the crowd. We gather here today not as separate worlds, but as a united front against tyranny and deceit. The coalition has sought to divide us through lies, but we will not be swayed. The crowd murmurs in support, the atmosphere charged with resolve. Alex stepping forward. We have evidence that proves humanity's innocence. We will not be made scapegoats for the coalition's treachery. Narrator with tension. As the crowd grew restless, the coalition leaders arrived, attempting to instigate fear among the delegates. Garrick leader, booming voice. You are foolish to trust these Deathworlders. They are the real threat, and they will bring destruction to your worlds. But the crowd stands firm, united against the coalition's propaganda. Zeltharii Chancellor, defiantly, we will not be intimidated. We stand together with humanity, ready to face the truth. As tensions escalated, the evidence presented by the young diplomats began to sway the crowd's opinion. The coalition's web of lies started to unravel. Witness 2 shouting. I saw the coalition ships. They were the ones who attacked us. Humanity came to help us rebuild. The crowd erupts in murmurs, the tide turning against the coalition. Realizing their grip was slipping, the coalition leaders made a desperate final push to incite chaos. Garrick leader shouting, we will not back down. We will show you the power of the coalition. As the coalition prepares for an attack, the united front of allies stands ready to confront them. As the coalition forces charged, the united allies stood firm, prepared to defend their newfound alliance. In the face of overwhelming odds, humanity and its allies fought not just for survival, but for a future of cooperation and understanding. As the dust settled, the remnants of the coalition were brought to justice, their power dismantled. The galaxy began to heal, forging a new path of unity. Zeltharii Chancellor, addressing the crowd. We have shown that even in the darkest times, unity prevails. Together, we will build a brighter future for all. The legacy of cooperation and understanding became a cornerstone for the galaxy, a reminder that peace was worth fighting for. In a universe fraught with challenges, humanity and its allies proved that even amidst turmoil, hope could shine through. The story of their struggle became a beacon of hope, a testament to the strength of unity, the power of understanding, and the enduring quest for peace among the stars. This expanded narrative adds further depth to the characters, explores their personal struggles, and weaves in additional subplots to enhance the overall story. If you'd like to explore specific aspects more or add additional scenes or characters, just let me know.